Is there a way to see the source code from here? Like, see this cascaded style sheets, HTML files?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit, so much things. I don't know if everyone can follow it at the moment, but I can just go further and explain all these things. Yeah. I'm not sure where this function is at the moment being installed. Probably should be somewhere. You can read it, and then it's very simple. Like, you just go to, they build something like a module, and then modules, and then click on it. It just says change these photos or upload your new photos that you want based on the size or whatever, and it will replace it for you. So it's very simple. So if you want to see how the system works, really, how does it happen that is so many locations here, and you simply, all you need to know is just say which locations. Joomla is very successful because it doesn't mess with the codes. I can show you on the older version. That's how does it work.
Right.
This is 10.5. It's 1.5. I said 10.5. I'm just thinking Apple all the time. So it's 1.5. It's slightly different. You see, this is the older version, and I never worked with 10.7 after it has to work. But anyway, if you want to change that, for example, this is any of them, it doesn't matter. So I want to change something on that template. As simple as that. When you click on that template, you should have the option for the edit HTML and edit CSS. Right? Edit HTML, when you select it, it's all about the website, all about the templates. But what does it really mean? You just only need to about the locations. Locations comes from here. So this is a very simple template. I'll show you that here. If you have, thank you very much for this. This is something like that. And you have top menu, left, right, main, footer. Depends on your dispositions. If you go to the Joomla coding, you don't even need to know how to design, how to code these things. There is a really little syntax that's just already there for you. You just can use it. There are different forms, like always stay here. If this one doesn't exist, if the left menu doesn't exist, it makes this one automatically goes larger, becomes smaller, or whatever. I could just show you some of these ones in the code. If you go to, since you obviously see so many if how to work with the Internet Explorer 7 and after that, or just all these codes are already there. When you go to so for example. That's it. This is a code for the left, right? This is something that all you need to know. It's a similar code to that. You just call it something that you can call it back later. So this is left. This is the position that we are talking about on that template. It's left position. So what happens whenever I want to locate this left is the file that we actually work with. Drop-down menu, remember that we were choosing the locations? That's actually how they specify that. Even if you don't want to know about the code, you don't need to, because when you download the template, it just says what are the locations. And normally they just kind of draw on the template, this is this and that, just name it, number it, and then you know exactly where it is. But if you want to really do a coding, if you want to add two different sections for left on the template, you can just name. Or you can call it something else, you can call it footer, and then just place it in the template. Obviously, this is the layout is in HTML, PHP, but you can choose. You can really play around with the code. If you want to really know about it more, then that's where to start. And the good thing as well about it is it uses CSS. How many of you knows about CSS? Maybe you know about CSS. The reason for CSS is you don't want to really mess around with this code anymore. That's it. We're happy enough. It's quite long. You don't really need to do anything with that. CSS is kind of somehow similar to the object-oriented programming. Is the other way around. You know, in object-oriented programming, you technically just bring something in to work with it. In here, you just say, no, just take something out and then work with it. That's called CSS. What happens in CSS, I come and explain, where is it?
JQual1, JA.
Here, right?
Oh,
This is the ID. This is the ID for that. If I want to apply anything to the right template, the right
section.
location or whatever you call it, position, I can apply all the visual changes to that. How do I do it? It's quite simple again. As I told you, there is two sections on it. One of them was HTML editor, the other one was CSS. When you use, I don't know which template I was choosing, but so these are four different CSS format, but probably should be on the template. You go on the template. So the code that I said, you just find that code. Will be something like that. I don't know what was it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So you find the code. Every single of them are tagged by that. So you just, when you type in here, it knows where is that ID. It's kind of matching the IDs. And then now you say, what's the font size that you want to use for it? What's the color you want to use for it? What's text? What do you want to really do with it? How does it look like? Is it header? How does it look like? Is it what font you want to use? And you assign everything from the CSS to it. Does it make sense?
No.
So, yeah, that's what you do in the template. But again, do you really need to know about it? Maybe if you really want to design a template for the Joomla. If you already design your own template, it's quite simple. You just know what do you want. There are a series of code. There is all the document in the Joomla website, joomla.org. You can go there and learn about it, design your own template. And it's been quite a successful business for so many companies nowadays. I mean, they make loads of money out of it. The other way is, if you want to really have access to all these codes, where do you go? So where is it? Where is the file? Where is it? There is a component for it. You can go to internet and go to Joomla and type XT-Explorer. Will be something like the template that we downloaded file. You go to the section to the extension install and uninstall. You install it, and it will come under the component. Under the component, you see there are so many functions that I have here. This one of them is for example, menu, drop-down menu. You don't need to know how to make it flash. A drop-down menu flash. It's all you need to know. It just come here, and you just say, okay, I want it to be like this style menu. I want it to be what's the size of it? I want the size to be like that. To just explain it to you. If I wanted the color to be like that, you don't even need to know the coding of that. So it's very simple. You just make a drop-down menu in Flash. In just a matter of seconds, all you need to do download, install, and choose where the position should be, and that's it. You're done. But you want to see the file in the back where the files are installed. You click on it. This is another app, this component that you install. So it doesn't come originally with that, but you can install it. You can see all the files. This is the backend. It's very neat. Plugins are all in the same folder. Modules are all in the same folders. Components, they're in the same folder. If you're looking at the templates, they're all in the same folder. So everything is organized on the host. So you have everything perfectly listed. If you want to edit anything on it, if you're really fancy to, for example, you just go in an application and it has, I don't know, some kind of section, you don't really need to have it anymore in that component. You go and find it. You find the component, you just click on the component, you choose the component that you're talking about,